Right.
So you're saying you chose to act on the feelings that were already there.
I'm not saying that they were already there. I was presented a choice. I had girlfriends. I had plenty of them. That wasn't a problem.
Well, all right. Okay, so now you all said whether you were for or against, but I want you to give me a reason opposing what you originally said. And since you say you were for it, Pat.
Well, I would be against it mainly in part because I don't think people take marriages seriously. Like when you get married, for which you're for sickness, health, whatever the case may be, I don't think people hold that value of marriage to the highest level that it was supposed to have been. And when you go to supposed to have been, it's kind of like one of those situations to where is marriage really supposed to be set up that high? You see what I'm saying? Because back in the day when a man would get, a woman would get married to a man and then she is now his property. And then it just gets, okay, so people say the true essence of what marriage is supposed to be and all this, that, and the third. Well, what is the true essence of what marriage is supposed to be? Because back in the day, marriage was, okay, you get married to this man, you own his name, and now you're his property, and you do this, that, and the third, XYZ. And then coming up, to latter day, where we're at now, it changes. So I just really think that the tradition of marriage is just not in sync of what it's supposed to be.
I'm just
Now,
again. I mean, I'm gonna have to just kind of agree a little bit with what Pat said. The institute of marriage is so different today than what it used to be so much longer ago. I think a lot of people are getting married for the wrong reasons, and that's why the divorce rate is close to 60%. And so, like, if you ask me, I'm not really looking to get married anytime soon, just because I always envisioned that when I got married, it would be a forever type thing. And so, like, I have friends that have gotten married and gotten divorced. My brother, he's been in numbers of weddings, and now all of those couples are divorced. Um, and so, why go through the motions? Why go through all the hassles of, marriage and we're gonna do this and then at the end of the day, you're one of the statistics that's included in that 60%. And so, I think that if we could have some way to um, just kind of save the name of marriage and kind of revamp the institution that we call it. I really don't think anybody, gay, straight, bi, whatever, I really don't think anybody should enter into that until we as a culture, we as a nation, we as a people here try to figure out and try to fix everything that's included in this 60% of why marriages, of why 60% of marriages fail.
so I have to go against what I said, and I'm personally against it. But who in the world can, and especially church folk, because we have different denominations, and they broke off from something because they believe differently. Who are you to tell me, one, who I can love, two, who I can dedicate myself to, and yes, marriages are not perfect. That's okay. But you have to let me decide that I want to share my life with somebody and have a ceremony of which I want to invite my friends and my family. Now, if you want to deny me that fact, then you need to deny the drunk man that fact when he's marrying somebody. You need to deny the man that's gonna beat his wife that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody comes to the altar without a sin or what a perceived sin is. Because we're taught that homosexuality is wrong. Who's to really say that that's not the interpretation that was taken out of context? The Bible has been written so many times and translated it, given so many words have been taken out and put in. So in that, translation has been lost, meaning has been changed. If love is love, and that's what the New Testament is about, let the person love who they love. And why don't you celebrate our love by letting us get married? Thank you. Say no more. Antandra?
Okay, so I think originally I said I was impartial to it, but as far as I go, I'm not really for it. I think the reason why people should be for it, and a reason why a lot of gay advocates are for gay marriage, is because it's not necessarily just the title that they want, even though that is a major push. But even with civil unions, the rights are still not as equal as they should be in comparison to marriage. Now, I don't have, a list sitting in front of me of them, but I have read it before and I have heard the differences before. But they're still not on an equal playing field. And, the Constitution professes that, equality is and should be in everything. There should be no discrimination in race, color, creed, money, sexuality. You know what I'm saying? So as far as marriage and civil unions, it shouldn't be a difference either. So in that respect, I mean, I guess you could say that's the major push for gay marriage. And that's why gays should be able to marry, so they can have the same rights as their straight counterparts. So I mean, it's just such a touchy subject, and I think on that note, does anybody else have something to say? All right, so on that note, good night. I'm Watu.
And it's me, your boy Pat.
It's Verbally Unspoken.
God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I am invincible.
But Adam and Steve know how to throw a good ass party. Peace out.
To the runway. To the runway.